My name is John O'Brien, and I'm the Director of Security here at Lemoyne. And without a doubt, what is my proudest moment and what has stood out more for me began several years ago. Back in January, actually it was January 21st of 2006. One of our employees, one of the employees here in physical plant, Jerry Masterpole, had his two sons involved in an automobile accident. They were going to the aid of an individual that had been hit by a car. And as they were rendering aid to this person, and there were a couple other people that went to help also, the driver of the car that struck the individual that night returned back to the scene and struck all four. I believe there were four people that were helping this injured person in the road. Jerry Masterpole lost his oldest son, Jerry, to that accident, and his younger son, Jeff, was left a quadriplegic. Jeff, at the time, was a student here at Lemoyne, and because of the seriousness of his accident, he was not able to continue his studies for a few years. I believe it may have been about 4 years before he was able to return. And Jerry Sr., one of the physical plant employees, is a good friend of mine, a person I admired and respected a lot. And going through the difficulty of losing a son and having your other son left a quadriplegic left he and his family in some very difficult times. He tried to improve the quality of his home, to retrofit it so his son would be able to navigate and get through everything. And in doing so, not all of his tasks were accomplished by the time that Jerry was stricken by cancer. And in the summer of 2011, Jerry was confined to a hospital for about 4 months. He later passed away on November 1st of 2011. And I visited him along with other people here at Lemoyne. And in visiting Jerry Sr., it was very obvious to us that this family really was a terrific family, that Jeff and his other brother Joe and his sister Lindsay were wonderful young kids, and his Jerry's wife Linda we became very close to. In my visits to the hospital, I often went with a friend of ours and a friend of mine, Lisa Peters. And as Jerry's illness became overbearing for him and things in his life was slipping away, it was a clear one day when leaving the hospital at St. Joe's that Lisa Peters said to me that she wanted and promised Jerry that she would help his family. And she asked me if I would help her. Well, that was her dream, and I was happy to be a part of that. From that moment on, that Lisa, myself, and a number of other people here at Lemoyne took the initiative to raise a large sum of money. We went to their home. We took over their house, literally took it over. We found a place for them to live for 8 days, and we completely renovated the home that they were living in Mattydale. A whole host of people. And after those 8 days, Jeff Masterpole was able to move back into his house and have his own apartment, his own bathroom, his own facilities, everything, so he could get now and begin to live where before that he was living in one room. He couldn't get through his house because it wasn't handicap usable. And seeing that happen that day, actually it was April 7th of 2012, was one of the proudest days I can remember. And I know it was for other people. And in doing that and giving back to a family that had experienced so many tragedies and the loss stands out to be the proudest thing that I've ever accomplished. And I know I speak for my friend Lisa Peters, Pat O'Neill in the physical plant that also worked with us, Lori Murphy in the physical plant that also helped, and many, many other people. We had outside contractors. We raised tens of thousands of dollars to do this renovation. And today, I'm proud to be able to watch Jeff Masterpole. He came back to Lemoyne, completed his education, graduated from here, and he's now working here in the business school, and he's taking courses in the master's program. It's a great, great story, and one I'm so proud to be a part of. So that's the proudest moment that I can have. Well, Lisa was really the brains behind it. She contacted every business you can imagine in Syracuse, sent letters to all contractors, and there were probably, I want to estimate, maybe over 100 companies that donated money. Many employees donated money. Other people donated, other companies donated their workmanship, products, from paint to materials and lumber and stove and refrigerator. It was, the television covered it for a few days, and exciting. It was exciting to see how when people pull together, they can change somebody's life. And I'm just glad to have been a part of that change, and glad to have been a part of the dream that Lisa Peters had to do all this. I know she is somebody that kind of slid back in the background and people didn't really know that much of, but I did and do and still do. I still do. I still do. They're a wonderful family, a family that I've grown to appreciate and love even more than I did before. To be a part of some of their things that happen in their life, and see Jeff from time to time, and again, a great story. Well, being a friend. Jerry, the father, was a friend of mine in the years I've been here at Lemoyne. He was a master carpenter. It's something I've always done and enjoyed doing, and we often spoke, and if I were doing projects on my own, I would always ask his opinion, and the hours that we would share and coffee times were many. And over time, you just grow in your friendship and appreciation for other people. And I think as we age, that happens a little bit more because we have time to appreciate each other. And so that outgrowth of friendship, and then seeing and knowing the tragedy that he had to endure with the loss of his son, and then trying to take care of his the needs of his other son, and then getting sick and succumbing to cancer. All of it was such a sad story, and so many. There were probably 5 months of times that we would visit the hospital and try to help in little ways to brighten the day up for, you knew, a family that was certainly struggling. And so I guess it's, again, a good feeling when you can reach out and help people. I've done it, some of these things in law enforcement you do. I did many of them. I would like to think over my career as a police officer, but you never see the follow-up. You don't really know what happens afterwards. And in this case, I knew what happened afterwards. It was a successful, and it really brought not only just myself, but other people at Lemoyne, and my family, my wife, my children, all participated. And Jeff, and he's close with my whole family now, and so I'm really proud of all that.
Good.